fire extinguisher, you've always got to be safe. Wall bellissima, wall super taper, and some other bullshit I've never seen. Now be careful to wrap them all up like lasagna with tissue paper.
Don't worry, we will show what happens. So stay tuned, relax, cuddle up with your girlfriend or dog, and sit back. Let's see the full story on how a clipper brand tried to blackmail TPOB. I am excited to be back. I had a rough couple of days, I won't lie. I can't explain exactly. But if you want to join my Discord channel, I will add the link below. I think we have over 150 barbers in now, so please check that out. And when you join, let everyone know you're Toad's friend. Otherwise, you may not get the welcome you thought you would. But first, play that intro and let's get into this.
Oh, crying. I'm really just a dickhead. Don't act like you don't know me. This scam deserve a trophy. Baby, they know me straight. Do the most crying in history. Power potent, go show up. The scammer clippers blow up. It's bossy, oh, crying. 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 Bossy, oh, crying.
So I always get called like a hater or things among them nature. I don't really know what all the words are, but I always get called a hater, and I get people saying, "Why do you hate on Stylecraft? You copied them, didn't you?"
I do remember so many people saying this, and usually it was barbers who already had bought from Stylecraft. It was as if they were embarrassed, so they would rather become an enemy than just buy a new clipper.
So let's go back to the beginning. So when I released the Phantom clipper, which is the same clipper as the Ergo, same factory, same clipper, whatever, it was the beginning of the TPOB brand. Like, it was really, really early. So as I was looking for...
It's funny barbers still refuse to believe that TPOB and Scamma shared the same factory, as if it's some sort of weird conspiracy. Do you believe it's true? Or do you think he is lying? Let me know in the comments. Voice your opinions, barbers.
Manufacturers and looking for people, I came across this certain factory. I reached out to them like, "Hi, I'm a brand in the UK, the new up and coming. I'd love to get some samples from you. What's available? Blah blah blah." He sends me back a catalogue. In the catalogue, there's like the Gamma Ergo, there's the Rebel, there's not them, obviously, but the models that are them clippers. There was the Caliber, the BMG, there was the Hitter, what else was in there? Anyway, a bunch of clippers, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, so are all these are all available? It's like, yeah, sure, the minimum.
I know this might come as a surprise to a lot of you, but this is just how the clipper world is. In my own opinion, I feel it's about getting the best quality for the best prices, and that's exactly what TPOB is doing.
The order was like, they wanted to buy about 2,000 or something like that. So like, cool, yeah, give us a sample of this, and this. So anyway, so I ended up going with the Ergo and the Evo, which were the Phantom and the Demon. Now, when I reached out to this factory, I didn't know what they had to offer. I didn't know. I didn't contact that factory thinking, I want the same machines as them. I just asked, what have you got available? What samples? So they send me a bunch of samples, tell me what they've got available, and I pick from them. It just so happens they're the same models, so the same factory sells them models. So
I mean, anyone who sees this now surely understands and believes that TPOB was a part of the same factory as Scamma. It's not really a big deal, is it? Isn't that other company closing down soon anyway?
Great. So release them, and then we grew very, very quickly. We grew very good. So we bought them for the factory, and the factory's like, so we got a new project we're working on. Do you want samples? Yes, I want samples. Cool. Got the samples. That turned out to be the Goblin or the Instinct, and also the Flex and the Saber. That was their new machine. So we tried them. I hated the Flex. Thought it looked like a spaceship, and I didn't like its performance. Thought it was mid and a bit plasticky, so I said no to that. The Saber, I liked it, but they had got exclusive on it. He decided to just give them the exclusive. The Goblin, the Vector, that was open to everyone. So, yeah, I ordered. So I think it was like last not even last, was it? Not this year, but the year before, like in February, I give him a deposit. So I give him a big deposit for this and all that stuff. And my deposit was $80,000 or 87, something like that.
So I know how this story goes, but 80 grand deposit for any up-and-coming brand is huge. Let's not pretend we are all rich. It's a lot of money.
And to me at the time, bear in mind, I'm a barber, right? So I'm just coming out of barbering. And admittedly, I could make, 50,000 a year or something barbering, which is good for England. For the northwest of England, that's a good wage. Definitely a good wage. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying to you is $87,000 on one order was an insane amount of money for me at that time. Like, ridiculous. As in, like, if I lost that, that was a bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? It could be a bankruptcy, end of the business. It's a big...
I can't wait for barbers to comment and be like, that's nothing, bro. I make that a week. Barbers like that remind me of that broke rapper who used to wear a clock around his neck.
Saving time is a bitch, boy! For real.
Big risk. Like, it's not like the kind of like, it's not like a tiny amount of money that you just like, whatever over. It's like, that would ruin my business. So, this is February, but we put this deposit down in February. So we're waiting for these models. Obviously, we're doing other things in the meantime, still promoting, still pushing our brand. But waiting for these things, wait, got push back. And anyway, it got to like end of November, early December, and it's like, right, they're going to be ready soon. We got the colour samples, the boxes are done, blah, blah, blah. One note that I need to say about this. So, originally, the Goblin was supposed to be black, green, and orange cover, right? And what happened is, I think it was about September, October time, we got a call. You can't have 3 covers anymore. So you only have one. So that's why we just went with our green colour. So a lot of people ask that, why do you only have one cover? It's because they wouldn't let us have 3. The factory wouldn't let us have 3.
This reminds me of my uncle who used to bully anyone who ever visited him.
Come on, get out!
So anyway, so it got to like November, December, and I think they got wind that we was going to be releasing it, and that's when the threats came. So what they did is they were threatening the factory. So the factory had my money, my 87 grand. They'd had it for like nearly a year. Crazy amount of time. And I was really worried at the time because, like I said, it's a lot of money to me. At that time, it was a ridiculously large amount of money to me, as I'm sure it is to most of the people watching it. And if you could understand that, if you start a brand and you're potentially going to lose 87 grand, it's a tense moment, you know.
So you're a barber. You make this brand from nothing. No backers, no investments. And some Chinese man is holding your money because a spoiled American man doesn't want you to get big. Yeah, I think I'd be worried. I'd definitely be trying my best not to lose that 80 grand. I feel that's a fair time to ever feel worried.
But, so, we was told by the factory, right, for whatever's happened behind there, because they're in together, aren't they, like that? So we're like this black sheep you're just selling to on the side.
Reminds me of my friend Larry. He was a third wheel but never really knew it.
So whatever they arrange, we get told, one, we have to sell at a certain price, which is 200 euros, which is about, I actually don't know the conversion in, but anyway, 200 euros at least we had to sell each item for, which in my opinion is fucking ridiculous because those machines aren't very expensive. They're really not expensive. I won't tell you the exact amount, but trust me.
I always say this TPOB is the Robin Hood of barbering, and he is hated for this by the big whales.
Them machines are not expensive. And so we had to sell them for 200 euros. So that's why the price was so high. And then till they got finished, we got told we cannot ship anything to the USA. Anything. We couldn't sell them to Amazon. We couldn't ship to USA. we couldn't do anything. And if we did, they were not giving us back the money. We'd be in breach of contract, even though there was no contract that said this, and they would lose the money. And as it was a UK to China agreement with no real paperwork, which you never do in China. Like it's sort of like a word of mouth business, and for the most part, like you.
So imagine this. You give a factory thousands of dollars, like hundreds of thousands, and they have your 80 grand. And they say if you dare sell anything under $200, we are keeping your money. Oh, and you can't sell to anyone in America. That's batshit crazy.
Most Chinese businesses are good, do it in good faith, and they're honourable and usually trustworthy. But occasionally you get shitbags like that. Never mind. But right, so they told us they told us that you can't ship to the USA or you're going to finger. So, and at the time I was speaking on a daily basis pretty much with Austin Russo via WhatsApp, and it was literally a game of chicken. It was a game of chicken, and I'd have long conversation with her. Said,
we know that this brand works with like 20 other brands. I can imagine how they speak and deal with them. It must be horrendous having them call you all the time. And they are only calling because they see you as a threat.
look, I don't give a shit about your brand. I said, TPOB is going to be huge, right? I won't cause you any trouble. I said, I literally won't cause you any trouble as long as you stay out of the business on the factory side and leave me to have one clipper and one trimmer. I said, totally happy to pay for a new mould so the appearance is different for the clipper and the trimmer. I offered that before all this, and he wanted war instead. Like the guy chose to make a war. So yeah, so there's this contract which I had to sign. So it was literally a game of chicken for months, and we got the goblins, right? So that's one order we got, and we're still waiting for thousands and thousands of other machines. So like I had these goblins, and if you remember, I couldn't ship them to the USA. So I was doing like secret shipping and different things, and they were like typing discount codes in and showing the factory that, oh, you can have a discount code with Dr. Barber, and he's breaking the price agreement, blah, blah. And we were having war every day, every single day. My agent in China was getting me out of it. And yeah, so that went on and on and on. And then one day it's like, the goods are ready. The goods got on the truck. 2 days later, they're in our warehouse in China. I blocked Austin Russo and told him to fuck off, because TPOB does whatever he wants. I ship them goblins to the USA, I ship the phantoms, I ship the demons to the USA, I turn shipping on in the UK. And yeah, after that, I got lawsuits, just bullshit ones, which you could toilet paper them really, but just things bullying. But my point with all this is,
that part of this story has given me chills. I mean, that was like an escape from prison scene. Imagine how angry they must have gotten when he done this. I bet they had no idea that was about to happen.
They made extreme efforts, and I don't even know if I've told this story very well, but they made extreme efforts to make sure I lost all my money and to make sure I lost all the business. And they wanted me to, part of the blackmail was I needed to sign a contract to say I would never sell anything to the USA or in the USA. So they wanted to cut off a part of my business. And if you hear from the video on Instagram, you know that my USA business is extremely successful, but literally beyond what I ever thought was possible. And I'm eternally grateful for everyone supporting me. And I will always be doing the offers, be doing the sales, be doing the prices, undercutting everyone by 50%, because fuck them. And it's not all about like who can make the most money. It's like I've already made money, and in fact I'll carry on doing the not-for-profit sales, and I sell the slime for like $25 and things like that. Like I don't make profit off that, but fuck it, it spreads the brand and it's worked. So yeah, so in my opinion, anybody who supports that brand either doesn't have any morals or doesn't know the full story. Because it's easy to blame me as the bad guy because I mean, come on, I wear a green ski mask and troll people for a living, and I'm not a real company, even though I sell shitloads of clippers as a company. But yeah, so it's easy to make me the bad guy, but I don't know. I'll let you decide. Like you've heard the story now, and you guys can decide what you think is right.
So he was not making profit on some products to grow his brand and give back to barbers for supporting. They basically blackmailed him to try sign paperwork to say he can't sell to America. It's crazy. I will try ask TPOB to make a follow-up on this as it's really interesting. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I know it's crazy, so give me details. I guess some brands do dirty business. Before I play the last bit of the burning clippers, check out my code on TPOB USA for an insane discount. Use code TOADLIQUOR. But be fast, my codes are limited. Okay, here's the video you have all been waiting to see.
Durable clippers are when set on fire. So if your shop ever gets burnt down, you're gonna know how safe your clippers are gonna be, how safe your equipment will be. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet on this so it's a little bit ASMR. Cardboard. Add some gas.
Oh, it did something there. It just like went and then like lit up again.
They actually look okay. They don't look too bad. I'm going to give the wall clippers a 5 out of 10 safety rating.
Please do not try this at home or anywhere. This video was made by professionals. I appreciate you all. Please leave a like and comment and subscribe now. I'm out. Peace.